Act as if what you do makes a difference, because it does. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Force. So what are we looking at tonight with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? 18,100, right? People are sitting here talking about possible 20, 30% pullback. If we're looking at something like that, where would the price be going? What would you be wanting to do? Are we running out of steam? FUD, right? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. People wanting to also point at regulation and I don't know, a whole slew of things, I guess, gripping the market, gripping people's thoughts a little bit right now. Possibly holding the price back, right? But we're looking at all-time highs. We've been looking, up there around those all-time high prices. Slowing down a little bit, that's okay. I mean, we do know that we have possibly some sort of regulation coming out in the next 6 weeks, 5 weeks, 4 weeks. Who knows, right? With the Trump administration and Steve Mnuchin. I think that would have a little bit more to do with what's happening with the price. But whether or not we have this kind of correction, these are micro views, right? Been here for quite a while. Same exact FUD is always plaguing the market, but it is constantly that the price is moving in an upward trajectory if you look at it on a longer scale. Institutional investors are here, right? We've seen all the signals. We keep hearing about a new one every other week. So I would say that the first mover advantage is still here. Everybody still has a great opportunity in order to be able to get hold of Bitcoin Satoshis to change their life. And I don't think anybody should be discouraged, even if the price were to pull back. I'm not going to ring the bell and say buy the dip. But if you don't think you have enough, the price will come back, right? Well, we have our wonderful and lovely and beautiful, as always, co-host, Sammy.
Good evening, everyone.
What are you doing over there, Sammy?
Not much.
You watching that turkey over there looking like it's trying to escape?
I'm wondering why she's trying to escape at night. But hey, I mean, to each their own. Birds don't see well at night. They usually don't do crazy crap like at dusk. If you can't tell, everybody else is like perched up. And yeah, one turkey looking like she's trying to go wander in the front yard. Whatever.
So what do you think, Samantha? You think you're going to shake your magic 8 ball over there and tell us whether or not we're going to have some slight dip because of CME Gabs, future closing at the end of the month, China regulation, Trump? I mean, pick your poison.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't know. Do you know?
I think.
Oh no,
that it'll happen. I mean, I think that the price is going to move upwards. I think that, yes, probably we are waiting for the regulation to drop the other foot, right? Because it's been pretty heavy sounding, this footstep that's coming of regulation from the U.S. But as we've seen, some people are looking forward to the regulation as the institutional investors. It's us, right? It's the average person that are looking at this and wondering how to feel about it. Some people are saying that we need this in order to get an ETF, in order to really get the $1 million Bitcoin. I just know that the Bitcoin network doesn't care, right? If you own your Bitcoin right now and it is off of any third-party system and you control your private keys, even if it is a ledger, now that you can hook it to your own node, right?
Yes.
You have the ability to follow the rules of the Bitcoin network, right? Which do and do not have this KYC. So unless you are looking to sell out your Bitcoin,
yes, you can. I mean, you cannot do KYC and ALM. Yeah, I mean, yes, you cannot. You cannot. It isn't until you actually want to turn it into dirty fiat or some other something that you need to actually start identifying yourself.
So, yeah, we probably will see a 20% pullback. Like, I mean, the day traders are day trading. And I've always said for a long time that it's ridiculous that the price of Bitcoin is determined by the few people that think they're going to get rich off day trading. So yes, when something happens with regulation, it'll be some reason for them to tip their whatever and the price will wick. But it'll come right back. Will it be the same day, an hour later, 2 days later? I'm not sure. Will it be short lived in the life of Bitcoin? Yes, most definitely.
John from Malibu is here, and John from Malibu has to leave, and he says that he's the only one here. I know. It's okay. It's okay, John. Said he has to
Thanks
dip
for
for
stopping
his
by,
son.
John. I understand having to do other things. I know today's been quite a busy day for crypto YouTube channels out there producing content. We've had a rough couple days around here trying to figure out a few catastrophes, but they've been solved and we're trying to get life back to normal. And of course, how do you get life back to normal?
You do Bitcoin
You
and
hang
coffee.
out with your friends,
Yes.
right? So we're out here having that cup of coffee, appreciating the price of Bitcoin being up in the 18,000, not being discouraged about it in any way because we remember breaking 1,000. We remember saying, look, it's the same price as gold, right?
Yeah.
Breaking that all-time high of before from Mount Gox and that long recovery.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
I mean, we see this as one of the next pieces of FUD, right, Samantha?
Mhm.
That's plaguing the minds of the traders, and that's that Tuesday here, December 15th. You know, they're afraid that 2.6 or 140,000 Bitcoin could be released from the trustee,
Yes. The
right,
Mount Gox.
and go back to
yes.
all of the people that had gotten their Bitcoins locked up and lost and all that stuff with Mount Gox.
Yes.
More than likely, they're not going to. This has been a long, drawn-out process, right? Even if it did, it'd be a momentary thing because we've seen the supply or the demand on the supply, right? What was the new one that's Mass Mutual or whatever jumping in this week as the new
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Wanting
Something,
$100 million to buy up Bitcoin.
I mean, everybody's got Bitcoin. And everybody wonders. I mean, for real? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what do we got, Samantha? Is there anyone over there in that chat?
Oh,
You guys
Paul Rouleau's here. Hi, Paul.
Paul Rouleau, buddy, thanks for making it. I'm glad that you made it out here. You make it so that we're not those crazy people out here talking about that magical internet money in the woods. But it has been a long road. I think that we've come past those days of magical internet money, especially when we see so many people and entities buying up Bitcoin. You know, I think that we do have more milestones to go. Like, what was it on World Crypto Network today where they were talking about we need to see a bank jump in and then we need to see a FANG corporation to jump in.
Then it would be a country.
You guys know that my big one has been to see that these people interchanging payment on the Bitcoin network and it not just being a store of value, but it being a form of settle for payment. Which is really what we've been trying to get to do for a long time. It's just that with an unstable value, merchants aren't going to take it. So it has to be to that peer-to-peer transaction. And the peer-to-peer transaction of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is phenomenal because that's where we see it for the dark markets, right? Which has become one of the largest industries in the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So not that people want to say, oh, it's great, but when it comes to a peer-to-peer transaction, Bitcoin has done its purpose to the next level, creating an entire new market that didn't exist before because you can settle.
I mean,
Right?
everybody is so impatient. I mean, just for real.
You couldn't go on the dark web and pay with PayPal.
Yes, no.
Right?
Or like your bank account. No, you weren't running a debit card. Like, yes. Everybody is just so impatient. I mean, I say touching phones, but in reality, I mean, that's going to take a lot. It's probably going to be on like the Lightning Network. It's probably going to be something a lot more, or it's going to be, but because everybody's just too. I think that very soon it's just going to be another. I mean, we're going to everybody is going to say that they have Bitcoin and that there will be a bank. I mean, on Thomas's thing, I think he said Bank of America, or something for sure. So, I mean, I don't know if we're going to be for sure Bank of America, but I mean, yes, really, I'm sure. I do think it is going to be, it'll be the next level when you do see something large like that settling. That will, I mean, how do you not? And then they say, oh, it was $5, it was $15, it was, oh, millions of dollars, millions. Oh, and that wasn't hard. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, we're just talking about the next run up the ladder because I mean, I don't know if even before we see payment settlement, we will see a fine corporation jump in, right? Before you see, MicroStrategy pay somebody in Bitcoin.
Yes, I do think I think we got a few more people that need to like say that they have a crap load of Bitcoin because then also, I mean, you got to know who you're going to settle your stuff with. I mean, you got to know they have Bitcoin too. So as soon as and then it's like, oh man, so we could just be paying like them.
I don't know. I mean, everybody is in anticipation of this multiplier, right? Some people are saying up to 1,000, bringing us into that $100,000 realm with Bitcoin. And it is that we have seen that the multiplier is less every single happening. So that's why it is unpredictable to know where it could go. But then we say that the institutional investors could actually be pushing each other to push the bubble part of the price discovery higher than what we've seen before. But with the anticipation of all that, nobody wants to sell or trade anything, right? So when we see the price coming back down to 18,000, I mean, we're talking about that to the average person, it's only a matter of Satoshis that make the difference. But when we're talking about these institutional investors and the large amount they're buying, that's the difference of whole Bitcoins in the end product.
Yes, I mean, yes. When you have more money, I mean, it's just bigger. Yes. Paul Rizzo says everybody must be at happy hour. You're right. I keep forgetting that this is a Friday and most people do have fun with their life. Maybe.
What do you mean? This is fun, Samantha. I'm sitting here on a front row seat with a big fat ledger, looking at the change of the world, knowing that I'm smart because I'm in first, and that when me and you are all gray and hunched over like a C, we'll be all right, and otherwise, with our mediocre lives and mediocre existence, a couple bad decisions by the government and things like that going downhill and inflation, we could look at working at Walmart in our old age with the standard savings and retirement plans.
I hope I'm a greeter. That seems like it's a relatively easy job. Now you just say, oh, wait, no, because you could get punched in the face. I was going to say, now all you have to do is just tell them here, and here's a mask. But that's how you get punched in the face. And I wouldn't want to be the ones that check the receipts. That's also when you can get punched in the face. So, like, what do you mean you bought this bag of dog food? I don't see it on here. Oh, all right. Where are we at? Woo! Satoshi James is here.
Satoshi James, buddy, thanks for joining us. As always, we're just sitting here hanging out, trying to keep the conversation going. If there's anything you guys want to talk about or conversate, please go ahead, jump in the chat. We got Samantha manning it over there, running through our news topics tonight. We don't really have all that much. Pretty much looking at, the Mt. Gox coins dumping on the network. It's scaring people because of how many there are. Trump administration regulation coming out, right? Mm-hmm. We know that this one's an inevitable. It's been a loud footstep coming, and we're just waiting for the shoe to drop to see that how much it'll affect the markets and really how bad it's going to be in the overall. Do you want to go get that, Samantha?
No, I don't think. I mean, it's dark and she's still doing it. So I guess she's going to do whatever the hell she wants.
All right. And then we're also talking about Mass Mutual being the new one this week, going ahead and jumping in as we see another entity, as I like to call them. The big players, people with money, not the you and I, Joe Schmoes that are living paycheck to paycheck, continuing to be one of those first mover advantages, right? I mean, especially if we're just looking at entities getting involved and we still have Bitcoin under $20,000, yeah, buying $100 million worth of it is going to be a lot when we do see that multiplier come in from this bull run. We're just all hoping no whammies, big money, big money, big money, no whammies.
Oh, God, wasn't that
Yeah, it was a game show.
Thank you. Oh God. I was more of the Double Dare where there was like the families and they did all the gross stuff and it was on like Nickelodeon. Do you remember that? Uh-huh. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. You had to like pull out teeth and like there was lots of whipped creams and things and whatnots. All right. Paul Rulo says, as they continue to print more funny money, Bitcoin will continue its upward trajectory.
It's that and more, right? I mean, this is just helping to fuel the fire, I think, in creating a situation where the entities are feeling the need to get in, where they see the dollar bill inflating and them having so much. To us, it's one thing to be like, oh, well, they're saying the money's going up, the price of gas, I only make this
Mm-hmm.
much a week. What can I really do about it? They're looking at something different. They have these massive empires, you know what I mean? And their reserves of millions of dollars. And they're just trying to find a way to make it not get smaller because of what someone else is doing.
Yes, like their portfolio, they're just trying to keep it at the same. I mean, So everybody's selling their gold or everybody's selling their this and everybody's buying that. Well, then that's what I mean. Yes, yes. You would like to keep it at the same amounts of millions of dollars or whatever that you have. I
Or at
mean,
least with the same purchasing power.
yes, the fungibility or whatever. Yeah, uh-huh. All right. So, MSBD, it's Mike. He says
Mike,
big money,
thanks for
big money.
joining us, my man. I'm glad that you can make it. You guys got to all hit that thumbs up. It
He
helps
said
share
he
this video
raced
out,
home
helps people find us. As you can see, we're starting to get a little warmth back out here in the Florida
with the
evening
shorts and the
with the
t-shirts. I
short
know.
and the t-shirts. I know, I'm enjoying it. It's been cold the last couple days.
Whew. Yes, he raced home. Raced home.
Race Tom, you got to be careful. There's not,
Reckless. I know.
no one around here is saying anything that's all that important, my man.
He said we started early. Damn it. And where's Zaza? And we don't have his number to text him. So you might want to text him. Because yes, Zaza is not here yet. Oh, and no, Mike, my birthday was December 9th, and we really shouldn't talk about it because, yeah, it was awesome. I did get a present that was delivered 2 days late by Amazon Prime. I'm like, but that was very awesome. Everything else, not so much because it was all of what was happening with, the things that we had to do when we were in between this show and last show.
Samantha.
There was a lot of no vehicles, okay, and a lot of no stuff. So it was a little bit harder. But I did get my present rescheduled. So I will be okay with it once it happens. Yes. All right.
So what do you think, Samantha? Do you think that now, as we're sitting here on the cusp of the multiplier, right? These are the words I'm using for it. Everybody has their own, but the multiplier is coming up here for Bitcoin and dollar value. We're sitting here on the cusp. We talked about it, right? This has been a steamrolling effect for a very long time. And now it is like it could happen at any moment, right? We see that we've touched the all-time high. We pulled back. People are anticipating a pullback, but even if we did have a pullback of 20 or 30%, they're saying that it would just be to hit the gas even harder as we shoot onwards to these six-digit realms, possibly, right? Do you have regrets? Do you wish we had more? Do you think that we can get more people into this before we see possibly stifling regulation coming out here very soon? Third parties such as PayPal, which won't ever let you take possession of their keys, that are only trying to manipulate you into gambling with it, while they continue to hold that entity or the asset, the underlying asset, in their reserves.
What? Okay. UK Bitcoin Master. Hi, Brian.
Brian,
He's
buddy,
here.
thanks for joining us. I know you don't make it out here often. Always support in the show. You guys got to go follow his show if you're not already. If you're watching us on the uptake, type that name and click on that link. Follow him. He is doing a great job out there. Much more dedicated to this than I could be.
Yeah, I think your shows are more interesting. Just say it, okay? All right. Where are we at? All right. Do. Oh, Dan's here.
Dan, buddy, I'm glad to see that you are doing well. The fact that you are here means you're alive and breathing, and
which
that
is
is
super
always a big
awesome.
plus.
Did they actually have you done the surgery yet? Like, are you in recovery? Are we done? Like, all right. Oh, Paul Rouleau said happy birthday. Oh, and gave a $20 super chat.
Paul Rouleau, buddy,
thank
we
you, Paul.
appreciate these super chats. It always means a lot to us. As always, I tell you guys, of course, because I want to make sure that you guys are aware this is always not for profit. When you guys do these donations, or there is a donational address down there below, none of this goes into our pocket. We're not off buying sushi or whatever with it. We do have 3 events. We do have 3 events planned this year for us to get out to. And if we can fundraise enough money to do the things that we did last year and print flyers and pass them out, we're going to do it. We have 1 that we're looking at taking the bus to, 2 that we're probably not going to be taking the bus to. But we have a 4th one that we may add if things go well. Still trying to see how everything's going. But I mean,
we're trying to figure this out. Okay, so
2021 is looking like a positive year. It does look like some of the restrictions are going to let up, and they're going to allow some of these EDM festivals happen. I mean, I know that the COVID stuff is still bad, and numbers are up there, and mandatory masks are, going to be soon. But hey, luckily I'm in North Florida, and I don't have to deal with all of it because I walked around today without a mask and probably walked into 5 stores.
Yeah, I mean, yes, no, our entire state, as Adam Meister likes to say, that he is coming here next type deal. Yep, because like we are definitely very lax, I guess. I don't even know. I don't want to say unconcerned because we should be. And I mean, there's a lot of, but yeah, they really don't seem to care. They really, really don't. It's only suggested everywhere, and that's it. Okay, I feel a little cold now.
Oh, is it starting to chill down a little bit? Well, the sun is completely set, I think, over there.
That is a good point. Oh, I see a star. 2 stars. What? Oh, yeah. Did you guys hear that there's supposed to be that, like, Star of David or whatever that's supposed to be, like, what they think, like, is the Jesusness, like, 800 years. It's supposed to be this year. I want to see it. I don't know. I think it was December 23rd or 4th, something
we're
like
in
that.
a good location for that out here without the light pollution. We'll have to bust out the telescope.
I know, right? We don't have very much light. I mean, yes, when we first moved out here, that was the first thing I noticed, was that it was so freaking quiet and you could see everything.
So is there any questions in the chat? Are you guys sitting there? Are you guys afraid of this dip? Are you guys trying to accumulate some extra cash on the sideline in order to become somewhat profitable, or play the game of, throw it in, wait for the market to pop up a little bit, take your money back, go ahead and buy yourself some luxury items? Because, I mean, I've been thinking about that one a little bit. I'm not sure if I have a lot of extra cash, but I could use some extra cash, right?
Everybody can, right? That's the trick question.
And it's like, right now, if we take a 20% dip, that it's not like heading downwards with so much positive momentum and everything. It's like, that you could make a little cha-ching on the side. Not that I'm giving financial advice to people or anything, but it's like, are you ready? Is that something you're thinking? Because you should be if you are looking for the opportunity.
Yet again, you should have a plan. You should have actions in place. Right. You should have things that you should be following. When you got into this and when you got burned your first time and you still stayed in it, you made a plan. Whether you think you did or not, you did. You did. And you just need to have that I know that we don't ever want to have to sell our Bitcoin. That is our plan. However, to accumulate more of it, and however more we can accumulate of it, that's all,
Right, like there's one cold wallet, and it's a one-way direction with that one.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be
there's other ones that are for other things, that do other stuff, because you always got to have plans. But still, there's one that's a one-way trip.
Like straight lockdown. Yep.
All right.
James Benhart is here.
James Benhart, buddy.
Hey. He says that the Chicago mayor, the Lightfoot lady, stated yesterday that she wants every person in Chicago to get the vaccine, that they are going to make an appointment for every person to get the shot, and that it's free. Well, how American of them.
Oh,
that's so yes.
Nice. I mean, totally want to get this injection that is rushed through completely untested. I mean, no idea what the long term effects, so that I can protect other people who
Oh,
may
I
have
like that they're going to hold
immune
third
or health
party.
deficiencies and wouldn't survive this virus. I mean, I'd rather take the test to see if I've already had it and don't need it.
I like that they're going to have third party apps that are going to facilitate places, venues, businesses, employers, whatever, that you've been vaccinated or not. And you tell me why we don't need a freaking blockchain. Like, for real? They just, oh, but they're not going to hold your information, but they're going to be able to tell you green or not, red or green, if you've actually been vaccinated, and that is supposed to give you more access to, more things. I mean, okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to go look for some dark web access to get that
Oh, some
switched.
backdoor. Yes, right. Just be like, dude, yep,
Dude, get my shit switched.
I am John
Red
Smith
to green,
today,
red
man.
to green. I don't care how. What's it gonna cost me? What's the Bitcoin price?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Daniel said his dad got COVID in the hospital. What the hell, Daniel?
I mean,
Oh, my
that
dear
would be a place to
God.
get it.
Yeah. Yeah. That really sucks.
Well, I hope him the best.
I mean, it's just, this is what everybody's worried about. This is what everybody is worried about, that it doesn't actually matter and nobody really has control over it. It is all a facade. It is all like the wizard. Like, it is just, don't look behind the fucking curtain because we're screwed, man. Like, for real.
I don't know. Thinning the herd is never fun.
It's not. It's not cool. It's really not. All right. James Benhart says the news was that, a wallet got hacked. Was it the Trezor? Oh, no. What?
I don't think I heard about this.
It was a couple days ago. Oh, crap. What's his face was talking about it? Adameister. I'm so bad at, yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's always on the user. Usually he did something wrong. Malware, right? Gave up his private keys when he shouldn't have.
I am not even 100%, dude. I think it might have not even been. It might have been longer, which if it was longer ago than that, then I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. So I'm not 100%. All right. James says, okay, he says, and if you have the vaccination, you will need the shot as extra support, even though your immune system has the antibodies. Oh, so even if you are, that's cool, right? That makes sense. That even though you have your own antibodies, because you actually, that you'll still need their shot to help boost your own immune system that's already, I don't know, somehow or other made your own antibodies already.
I mean, right? And
I'm telling you,
what
this
happens
is.
if you have to do this every year too?
I just think it's funny that literally it was a year or two ago that was it Bill Gates? It was whoever it was. One of the corporations were talking about how they were going to inject stuff into vaccines to be able to literally have the glow dot, like a UV or something, but you wouldn't be able to see it like to the naked eye, but that it would be easy to tell if you've been vaccinated for something or not.
Right.
Wonder if that's going to come up. I'm just saying.
Right. Is there going to be UV dye in these vaccinations?
Yes, so that later on here, they're going to say, oh, don't worry. You don't even need that third-party app because you know what? We're just going to
shine a UV light.
Dude. Yep. Oh, and you don't have 3 dots? Yep. No, you're not getting in. I mean, whatever, man.
You don't know about the 3 shells.
Nah, he doesn't know about the 3 shells. Okay.
Is that going to do it, Samantha?
But Paul Rulo says that the latest side effect is facial paralysis.
Oh, I haven't watched the news.
No,
today.
I don't
I've
think.
quite
But
a busy
yes,
day trying to get everything set for tomorrow. But
dude, it's gonna be a hard sell to shoot me up with anything. Okay, for real. Yes, no, I don't know. You don't take shots. You're not a shot person.
Yeah.
He is not a shot taker, a blood giver, like any of those. It needs to be like real medical emergency-ness. I've donated all my juices, but I mean, I don't want to anymore. All right.
All right. Is that going to do it?
Oh, Vengeance here now. Hi, Vengeance.
Benjamin, buddy, I think we're getting ready to close on the episode, but I appreciate you coming by and hanging out, my friend.
Yep. Oh, what? Vengeance says just go to a tattoo shop, get the UV tattoo. 3
Oh, that
dots.
would work
Bam,
too.
bam. Right? Whatever you got to do, figure out. You are a smart man, Vengeance. I like your Rolodex.
Oh, you could
Yes.
just get some UV ink and a needle and do it at home, like tattoo style.
No, because you need. Well, yeah, but
You
see,
know how the
I
kid,
mean,
our son has he has a tattoo on his finger that he did
it's
when he
like
was
prison
underage.
style. It's horrible. He was
Yeah.
like 13.
Yeah, I'm so mad.
Oh, yeah, considering he's
It's
19.
still there.
It's there. It is permanent.
He's like, oh no, that's gonna fade. It's gonna go away.
Judging because he had a bunch of other prison-like tattoos that didn't last. But no, the one on the finger, that sold. I know. I'm like, shh, hoodlum.
All right, you guys. I appreciate you guys coming out here, taking time out of your busy schedule so we can all communicate, right, about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency so that we can, keep ourselves in the game, not let the FUD get us all washed out, realize the big picture on this situation is moving forward and upwards like it's supposed to. The ideals have been muddled along the way, and the number of individuals that are going to be saved by Bitcoin has dwindled. I mean, there's still time to get them involved. I just fear that we may not, but I'm still here trying to keep the conversation open so that as many people that want to can join us, right? So please share the video out, hit the thumbs up, communicate down below. I'll read it later. I'll give it the heart. I'll give it the like. I just want everybody to have the opportunity that me and Samantha have had that's been presented to us through the education of Bitcoin, the holding of Bitcoin, and partaking in this decentralized network. I hope you guys have a great evening, and I want you guys to take care of your BTC. Later, guys.
Bye, guys. Alrighty.